Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. We are going to be making a Cricut mug using infusible ink, an infusible ink sheet, and the Cricut Mug Press, which is here. I'll bring that over so that you can see what it looks like. It's hot right now because I have it already turned on and heated up and ready to go, but this is what it looks like. It's made by Cricut and it is designed specifically for mugs. Thus, it's called the Cricut Mug Press. So the first thing you want to do with your mug is you want to clean it off. You want to get any fingerprints or smudges or anything like that off your mug. Especially when because you're using, the infusible ink sheets. You don't want anything on it that would actually heat onto the mug when you use the sheet, when you put it in the heat. So first you use alcohol and then you use a lint roller just to get off anything that might be flying around in the air or may have been on the rag that I used to wipe it off. And so then the next step is to tape down the Cricut Infusible Ink sheet onto the mug. And because this is cut larger than the mug, the bottom part of the flowers will most likely be cut off. They won't be completely on the mug because I want the top of the mug to be completely covered and to show all of the rows, right? So I'm going to make sure the top is at the very top like that, and then the bottom will be off a little bit. So you see the bottom. As a matter of fact, once I get this taped on the top, I'm going to cut that bottom piece off because I don't want that ink just to be sitting in the mug press because I don't want it to damage it. So I'll cut that off, that excess ink. So I'm trying now to get this, make sure it's centered on, this way and this way to make sure they're kind of even, like that. And then I want to make sure the top is completely up to the top. So let me bring that up a little bit. And this is sticky, as you can see. So you got to release it to move it up. I want to make sure the top is completely covered. And this side is good. And this side is not. So let me move that up. Oops, sorry. That came off a little bit. But I got it right where I want it on this side. And you just press tightly and smooth it around. And now you can see the top is aligned. Okay, so because of that, I'm going to go ahead and tape the top down. I'm going to try to do this with one hand and get the top completely down. Okay, like that. All right, and then I'm going to go all the way around the mug and tape down on the top. You don't want any air to get in there. So that's why I'm taping it completely across the top. And it's just a little bit harder to do with one hand holding it. Okay, but it should still work. Okay. And again, this part, make sure it's all down. And on this side, the side with the roses doesn't matter as much because it's blank right here. But still, we don't want any air to get there. Okay, so that's good. The top is good. And then I'm going to come back for the sides. But in the meantime, I'm going to cut the bottom off because it's too big. Okay, so I'm just going to go around, cut that off. And turn it and cut it again. And it doesn't matter if it's not 100% straight because it's going to go into the mug press and I'm going to tape it down. So there we go. And then I'll tape the bottom completely. And I'm being very, very precise with this because I'm making this for someone, so I want to make sure it's close to perfect as it can be. Okay. And then one more piece on the bottom here, and then I'll go do the sides. Okay, I've got the bottom is good. And now just get these two sides like that. Perfect. And then this one. Okay, so this should be nice and sealed. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add butcher paper around the whole mug so that none of the ink transfers to inside of my mug press. And I'm going to use double. I'm going to actually use almost triple it because I just want to be safe. All right, so it's just like that. I'm not going to tape it down because once I get it in the mug press, it won't move. So let me move the mug press over. And there. So I will just sit this down inside there like so with the paper on it. Let's make sure it's on the bottom. Okay. And then all you do is press down like that, and it'll beep, and then it will light as it goes through the heating process. Each one of these will light up, and it takes about 5 minutes, like a minute per. And then this will pop open after it has been 5 minutes. So I'll let this heat up, and then I will be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, so you heard that beep, so that means it is time to take it out. So I'll open the door, and I put my heat-resistant gloves on because this is heated up to 400 degrees, so I definitely want to take my gloves. And the paper is scorched because it is 400 degrees in there, and that is exactly why I put the paper on, so that it does not scorch inside my machine. So I'll sit this down, and I'll move this out of the way and turn that off, and then we will test this out to see. It looks like it did a good job, but we won't know until we take it off. So let's start removing the tape and view what we have here. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay. It's perfect. Look, the edge around the bottom, perfect. The edge on the side, perfect. The top, perfect. All the way around. This is awesome. It's the perfect infusible ink mug. Look at that. That is perfection. I say I love it. That was so easy, so simple. It takes less than 5 minutes, other than, the time it takes you to cut out the design. The mug press takes exactly 5 minutes, as a matter of fact. So this is something that you can do, gifts you can make for family and friends in 10 minutes. So again, this was done with the Cricut Mug Press, a mug, and an infusible ink sheet. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.